Hello, we're doing the iRacing E Series live here from Talladega Super Speedway. There's 65 laps on a 2.5 mile speedway in the Xfinity cars here tonight. Glad to with us here on a lovely Friday night as we get set for race number 8, the very first season of the iRacing E Series. First and foremost, let the sponsors of the iRacing E Series: Express Auto Salon, along with DCH Crane, was official partners of the iRacing E-Series. Currently qualifying underway here, just over a minute left remaining for these guys to turn their fastest time here. As you see the top 5 in the bottom left corner of your screen there. And Brandon Wilson on the pole by just looks like 3/100ths of a second. Ordino across it. Definitely seems to be liking those poles. I think he qualified second last week. The week before that, he got the top spot in qualifying. So he's done that a couple times now. So far, it's still possible to get a beat. As you see the 8 machine on the track here. That is the 8 of Cruz Anderson Jr. has won, I believe, the last 3 or 4 straight races. So he's looking to continue that streak here tonight. Been on all different cars, all different tracks, including the Charlotte Road Course and the K&N cars. So it's definitely had a very remarkable streak going, and he's looking to try to continue that here tonight. He's going to cross the finish line to turn his lap time. Where is he going to get put on the board? Not quite sure. Looks like he's going to move up to 7th, so almost inside the top 5. But that will do it for qualifying. It looks like here now. That will do it for qualifying here from Talladega. So these guys will go up on the grid. I'm going to take you through the LCTV starting grid here in just a few moments as we wait for these guys to grid up. So as these guys grid up here and now through the LCTV starting grid. Start off race number 8 from the iRacing E Series. On the pole once again, Brandon Wilson in the 501 machine. As I say, didn't cross it. We're at 53.180. Enough to qualify in second. We're number 2 here, Jason Pop in the number 1 machine on his outside. We have the number 12 machine of Greg McCone, the first Ford in the field here tonight. Then row number 3, Rogerson in the number 88 machine, Park Gugsta on his outside, the first Toyota in the grid here. Then at row number 4, we have driver of the 8 machine, Cruz Anderson Jr. Again, continuing that winning streak, trying to look to add another one to the list here tonight and keep that streak alive. But outside, though, Gene Watson in the 43 machine. Then behind them, we have the driver of the number 30 machine, Bobby Hash, and then Eric Reinhardt to his outside. Row number 6, Ryan Otto and Jeff Spooner. And then behind them, we have looks like Cody Trudeau-Cote and Chris Etcheper. Then in row number 8, we got Jeff Bryce in the field here tonight. Jeff Spooner, Jeff Bryce in the field here tonight. Russ Nash, Jesse Fox. These guys not turning qualifying time. Chase Spears, Diego Vasquez, Nathan Hall, and Brad Mashborough on Taylor Collin. That rounds out your field of starters here tonight from Talladega for the iRacing E Series. It's a pretty good sized field here. Looking out at your Talladega track facts here. 2.65 miles, 4 turns, of course, 540 degrees, 540.26 feet of track elevation here, 92-degree track temperature located in Lincoln, Alabama. Go along with that, we got the track weather here tonight from Talladega. 65-degree air temperature, wind direction 1 mile to the north, to the west, and 1% humidity, 0% fog, and clear sunny sky conditions here for a great day of racing in Alabama. Brandon Wilson starting this field off on pole. He's been doing pretty good at that so far in the season. Looking to try to pull off with his first win though at the end of this thing. Alright, actually I did the back, I don't think it's his first one, but Bass Pro Shops, number 501 Chevrolet Camaro wants to break this 8-machine streak, get himself the victory lane here. As the intensity is picking up, as these guys get ready to roll up to full sun here, as the pace car gonna make his way down on the pit lane. Look at these guys get started a long wait through the trial oval at 65 miles an hour, the pace car speed. But as they do that, they're gonna hit the gas, mash it, and not lift off it for quite a long time. As Brennan Wilson again will lead the field to the green flag as they work their way through the trial. The green flag is out and away here from race number 8, Talladega. First start, Brennan Wilson on the inside. He has the advantage now going into turn number 1. 2017 across it, trying to fight back on the outside with help from the 12 machine, but it looks like it's not going to work out as Jason Pop pushes Brennan Wilson now to the race lead and gets him clear of the outside lane. Roy Atchison right there behind, along with Cruz Anderson Jr., Bobby Hash. They got the first 5 cars in the inside lane as the one is already glued to the remover of the 501 machine down the back straightaway on the opening lap as they're just now about getting up to full speed here. Still side by side for second, 27 on the outside, the one on the inside. Teammates working together here, or trying to work together here. Wait to see the one pull up in front of 27 if it works out. It's going to come through the trial here, complete lap 1 under the green flag, and now the 27 actually has a run on the outside. The 501 will lead that first circuit around of the track, but 27 definitely fighting back and giving him room for his money up on the outside lane. As the 12 with a shake-up right there, and that's going to cost the outside lane some momentum that they had. As the 27 is going to fall back here a bit, but it shouldn't cost them too much time as long as everybody stays in order in the line. Inside lane, there's a huge surge down the back straight. Now like it's clear for the first 3 cars. Now Jason Pop goes to the outside, going into turn number 3. The best time to make that move, but he's going to try it nevertheless. Works for this teammate at 2017 across it, so works pretty good for him. As that Roy Atchison finds himself battling side by side for second, pushing the 501 machine of Brandon Wilson. As it comes to trail now, once again, he'll lead this time by at the stripe. I believe the comes going to be a close one. The 1 has that time, so that will be the first lead change at the race. Is a big shake up to 3 wide behind him. Now the 12 gets shuffled up to the top side by the 413 machine at Park Garksta, so it's going to cause to get even more rowdy here. As I got that 501 machine, or excuse me, that's the 88 Roy Atchison. He's going to go to the top side right in front of Jason Pop. Gets pushed now to the race lead, Roy Atchison. We're going to see if he can get clear here and drop down low. The owner naturally for Xfinity series broadcasted live and also TV every Sunday night, looking to get into the lead here for the first time, I believe, in the iRacing series. He's going to come through the trial over here. He's going to get pushed. I don't know if it's going to be enough to pass the 501 machine or not. Too close to call. It looks like the 501 machine let that time by just barely. As now to come through turns number 1 and 2 once again. Now the 8 of Cruz Anderson Jr. already finding himself up here at the front. He might just slide up in front of the 88 machine. And yes, he did well. The triple 8's up on the outside lane as he blocks the 88 machine. He goes up the racetrack, and now he's going to get himself put 3 wide, and he shuffled out of line. That's not going to go very well for him, as now that hurts the entire out. Looks like he found a hole back inside. It's now the 62. Running that rookie Bobby Payne ski up on that top side, trying to go 3 wide out by himself now. It's the 33 ditched him. And that's going to cost the entire outside lane with a huge checkups. The 8 falls back in line, and 30 going to go up top along with the 4 of Cody Trudeau-Cote. 4 doesn't have a hold up. He's going to try to go back down a little bit on the 8. The 8 a nice move back on for the race lead here in front of the 30 machine. Going to try to get that side draft on the outside of Brennan Wilson. He's going to come off turn number 2 here. The 8 should have a huge run. It might get the advantage, but will he stay clear? Going into turn number 3 and drop that in front of Brandon as the 4 pushes the 501, almost a bumper hook. 30 pushes the 8 as well. Drag race set up actually right now into turn number 3 side by side. Brandon Wilson has the advantage now on the low side. They're going to come through turn number 3 here and back off turn number 4. We're going to complete 5 circuits here around Talladega. Pretty good accomplishment to start off the race. We're going to see how long this run goes, and if we see any group of pit stops the first time in this series. It looks like now Brandon Wilson going to get clear along with Cody Trudeau-Cote and Taylor Conn. Now Taylor Conn going to go to the outside lane in front of the 8 machine and try to gain some positions here with a 4 go in front of him here off turn number 2. We're going to have to wait and find out. He's looking. Looks like he's going to stay in line behind the 501 machine, though. And continuing to push that Bass Pro Shop Chevrolet is now... Oh, almost a bumper hook. Very close. Oh, don't do it. Oh, man. He's now going to come through turn number 3 here once again. Very close. Locking bumpers almost. Oh, there it goes. Gets turned. No. Ah. Brandon Wilson gets turned again from the race lead. And a lot of cars involved. Just a lot of front end damage. 44 Jeff Spooner all tore up there. Looks like the 80 may have gotten a piece of that. That is not what we want to see at all. Surprisingly, not a ton of cars involved here. Or any, really, it was the 33 Taylor Conn, a lot of damage. The 8 made it through, the 4 made it through. Oh, man, that's unfortunate. That's happened to him so many times recently. It's got to be so frustrating for the driver of the 501 machine to have that happen again. Again, it's happened so many times to him. It seems to be a curse. He's now going to take a look at the first 4 to 5 laps there, and unfortunately, he's going to have to use one of his fastest pairs here. So to look back at what happened exactly to bring out the first yellow flag of the night. And we've seen this, I think, twice last week or the week before. Which week exactly? They got turned out of the lead, and again, just a classic bumper hook at Talladega. What you see happen all the time. You see right here the 4 of Cody Trudeau-Cote. He almost turned on the back straightaway by accident, and then is just trying to push him out ahead, tries to get himself clear so he can make a run, and just accidentally pushes it too hard, gets in the left rear corner of the panel of Brandon Wilson. Nothing the 501 machine can do. He's just along for the ride. But at this point, nothing anybody can do. The 4 has already turned him. That's on from there. The 501 gets turned into the field. Nowhere for the 44 Jeff Spooner to go. He goes up. Just misses the 8. Great job by him to miss it. The 33 gets hit, goes up into the wall. The 88 for Atchison, unfortunately, he gets caught up in this. He's also going to have to use a fast for significant damage. What a job by the 38 machine to make it through that one. As they come down the track, and not a ton of cars involved, surprisingly, as you see 44 and 88 rubbing right there, trying to keep their cars straight and in control. But we're at the ride now on board with a 38 machine. Chris Echeverry, he had a heck of a miss right there going through the middle and trying to make it through that one for sure. As you're going to see right here, driver up the 38 machine, he sees the accident, gets off the gas, and somehow finds a gap, makes it through. Amazing recommendation. A little bit of luck on the side of Chris Echeverry right there. As that'll bring out, again, the first caution flag of the race here. On lap 6 is now some guys making pit stops, of course. The guys mostly involved. The 30 machine at 2 also going to make a pit stop here. The 3, the 12, the 80. These guys already made pit stops before, so. Pretty good start. We had 5 green flag laps to start it off there. And unfortunately, it's going to come to an end here as we go under the first caution flag of the night. And along with that, we're going to go to the first commercial break of the night. On lap number 7 here of 65 from Talladega. We'll be right back.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real-world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Leonardi saw his face beautifully plastered on the hood of that machine. He comes away not only as the winner tonight, but with the championship comfortably in hand after issues came to the 07 of Howard Weaver. Second place.
The yellow flag is out. Pit road is now open. Keep your eye on those gauges. We'll give you 4 tyres. 3, 2, 1, now. Well done, get going.
Deep in the heart of Texas, where Martin Kroenke becomes a 3-time world champion of Grand Prix racing. Martin Kroenke is once again a world champion, and it is Coanda 1, Coanda 2, Coanda 3 in terms of the championship.
McLaughlin to the iRacing E Series, race number 8 of first season of the iRacing E Series. Live here from Talladega Super Speedway in the Xfinity cars. As Cody Trudeau will lead the field with the green flag on the inside, though. Defending race winner, driver number 8 Machine Cruiser Jr.'s green flag is out and away once again from Talladega. So the 4 Machine on the outside chose the outside lane on the restart. He's going to get pushed by the 710 of Eric Reinhardt. However, the 8 has the advantage on the left side. A couple teammates down there, the 38 and the 42 working together. Very wise choice by Cody Trudeau, but he had to try to set it down. The 42, actually, Nathan Hall will go to the outside in front of Cody. Tries to get that push down the back shoulder, but the 38, Chris Udgepower, his teammate, will push Cruz Jr. to the lead here as we're going to come up to complete 11 laps here from Talladega now. On board with the 38 Machine, almost a bumper hook. That was very close, and now he's going to move up in front of his teammate of the 42 Machine, Nathan Hall, to try to get a push ahead and get around the 8 Machine of Cody. It looks like coming to travel, he will indeed do so. The 38 Machine with his first lap led of the night. 38 now on top of the charts. So going through turns number 1 and 2, the 8 going to surge back ahead as now they come off turn number 2 though. The 38, she gets to get the draft and run off the corner as they deal with the lap car. Looks like it's going to stay out of the way on the apron. That is the 88 Machine, Roy Addison. Is he going to stay out of harm's way here? Actually, I'm not quite sure what exactly happened to the 42 Machine. Nathan Hall is back in 5th apparently. Then I see the 38 getting that run up on the top side. The 8 actually gonna try to fight back as the drag race at the finish line. Looks like the 8 might have that one. Nope. Actually, that was 38 Machine. Chris Udgepower that time by once again. It looks like the 42 actually got shuffled way to the back here. Not sure exactly what happened. Is that the 1 Machine pushed an 8 Machine of Cruz Jr., but quite close to the 62 Machine. Almost got a bubble hook in there. But luckily, they were able to get it back up and avoid that. Oh, no! Contact! Oh, somehow they saved it. Cody Trudeau accidentally turned to the 510 Machine, or excuse me, the 501 Machine earlier in the race, and then just got into the side of the 62 Machine. So look back at that now, and let's do a replay. Definitely, probably not becoming very popular right there as the 4 Machine. As you see right here, it's up on the top side, and just, yeah, it came down. That 62 came up a little bit. I don't know if he thought he was clear or what, just accidentally came down a little bit, but yeah, definitely a pretty good hit check right there for the 4 Machine, but they all saved it. They're all good to go. Great save on the 62 Machine. To keep the car in control as now the 8 going to get pushed ahead by Jason Pott over the 38 Machine. Chris Udgepower, who's getting pushed by Cody Trudeau in that 4 Machine. Ryan Otto in the 62, Ricky Bobby paint scheme. So now the 8 and the 38 going to have a drag race to the finish line once again. The 38 Chris Udgepower leads time by, give us another lead change to add on to the list already. Then I come to turns number 1 and 2. Looks like almost 3 wide behind him. They don't cross it in the middle as the 80 tries to go to the top here. And Vasquez going to push by that 42 Nathan Hall running that Larson line at Talladega. So they don't have really any help with them. And nobody below in the middle. So now it's the 8 will drop down low as the 42 kind of shuffled up to the top side. That was you see the 501 and Brandon Wilson trying to come back to the front after getting turned there while leading. So he's going to try to get it back up here to the pole sitter for the first 4 to 5 laps. Again, did not get that to keep that as he got turned. Started this reset in the back of the pack, but now works his way towards the front as we're going to come to complete lap 15. And Cruz Jr. leading us to that completed lap. You see the 42 Machine, though, actually making progress with the 501 and Brandon Wilson up on that top side. Running 3 wide. making sure not to touch that wall at all, because it's pretty easy to do. You see the 88 again coming off there. Not quite sure what happened to him. He started getting involved in that first accident, but now he's pitted twice, so not quite sure what exactly happened to the 88 machine Roy Atchison, but he's going to go back on track here. Coming off of pit road, but 3 wide now for second, it looks like. Yeah, 3 wide for third is the outside lane. Just not the fastest way around Talladega, that is for sure, because you're right next to the wall. You're playing with fire the whole time you're up there, but such a longer way around the track, and the banking is not much different than if you're in the middle, so it really does not give you much of an advantage at all. So it's pretty unfortunate. That's why you only see 2 wides. The 4 almost makes contact with 42 right there. They're trying to make it work. They're doing a pretty good job, at least, of running that outside lane. Battling up here with only 2, now 3 cars. The 80 goes up there to help them. Getting pretty crazy. You might just see the big one strike you. We had a 4 or 5, 6 car incident earlier, but now you might just see almost the entire field get involved here. We're going to have to wait and see, I suppose, as they go down below. Oh, we got the 501 machine. The wall gets put in the wall by the 4. Oh, man. Cody Trudeau Co, I believe, did that. I'm not 100% sure. Let's look back what exactly happened there to those 2 guys. Remember earlier on lap 6, the 4 accidentally turned. Yeah, he just, wow, okay. And then I'm sure has definitely gotten frustrated now to Brandon Wilson, as he now got dumped and just straight up put in the wall by the 4 machine. And we saw that 4 get in the 62. So again, definitely making enemies, and it's not going to help you in the race. And now Brandon Wilson's lost the draft, so that is unfortunate for him. As you see the second pack of cars here. But yeah, that's, I'm not for sure what's up with the 4 machine tonight, but definitely not making very too many friends. As the 38 trying to push the 1 of Jason Pop to the race lead, who now got in front of him, I suppose. Trying to get around the 8 machine of Cruz Hernandez Jr. Almost bumper hooks him. They gotta be very careful on the rear bumper not to go off of hitting him squares. Now he's gonna push Jason Pop to the race lead, get himself into second. I think he's trying to clear the inside lane of Cruz Hernandez Jr. to jump down below Jason Pop and try to make things happen for the race lead, but he's not able to do that. Now he's able to do it, but now the 1 machine's going to go down, so he's going to follow him down. I'll leave the 62 of Ryan Otto out to dry. It is now the 3 wide behind the 42 and the 4, as his whole pack kind of got shuffled up from that incident there between the 4 and 501. As now actually some of these guys are 27 is back here, along with some of the other guys, the 69 machine as well. I'm not quite sure what exactly happened to them. Let's take a look here quickly and see if I can solve the issue with that. Did he just lose the draft, or? Oh yeah, they kind of just got caught up in the whole incident there, that's all. But now Chris Eschenberg actually, oh, looks like, no, it's at the back. X5 has a connection issues, but now Chris Eschenberg is still pushing his spot. It's the first 4 or 5 cars are single file around the yellow line. As the 44, Jeff Spooner trying to hold off the 62. Now indeed he will on Nathan Hall. So now 43 trying to get up here and make some noise as he almost gets involved in an accident right there, though. Almost accident turn the 62 machine. That is the 43 of Greg Watson. Apologies there. Down to 710, Rick Reinhardt goes to the top side. Going to try to get around to the 8 of Cruz Hernandez Jr. As he gets a little bit loose right there in the trial. The 43 cuts off the 44. Finds a hole. He's going to throw his car down in there and try to keep that as a 62. Trying to get around the 710 machine. Not quite sure why. Maybe trying to get clean air. Not quite sure what's exactly up with that. But anyhow, 20 laps complete. As the 38, Chris Eschenberg going to go to the outside, makes the move for the race lead, except the 8 does not go with him. So as the back up to the 710 machine is having issues trying to keep the 62 behind him. As then the 44 is going to fill the gap, goes to the middle 3 wide. The 44 Jeff Spooner. So that's that lane not very organized. I don't think it's going to help Chris Eschenberg at all as he tries to get the race leader. The 8 might jump up in front of him here if he is clear. Yes, he is, so he's going to jump up in front of the 38 machine. That's going to leave a big gap that should get the 8 machine the lead here for a little bit. He'll leave this time by at the stripe as it comes across. He'll lead that lap to 38, pushing at 38. I'm not sure what exactly the thing is with that, but he seems to drift up the racetrack whenever he's behind somebody, and I think it makes the person in front of him kind of scared, and they go up with him to avoid getting bumper hooked. And we're going to watch that the rest of the night here, and hopefully he doesn't actually turn the guy in front of him one of these times. But so far, so good. He's going to let back the outside lane really tighten up the inside lane, trying to side draft to 38. Going to get a huge push by the 710 of Eric Reinhardt. And now he'll actually get clear in front of Cruising and his units, and to drop down in front of the Red Bull Chevrolet Camaro. But down the 8, gonna get clear. He's gonna probably go up here, play a leapfrog once again here, and go up and try to pass 38. The 38 tries to block a little bit. The 8 gonna fall back in line behind him, and then push him square through the corner now. As 38 again will lead a little circuit around here. Talladega is the 62 and 42 try to go 3 wide up in the top side, but it's not going to work, so they're going to fall back in line behind the 44 and the Eric Reinhardt machine. So towards the rest, leading the field here at Talladega. Will the 8 or the 1 trying to make a move here? As the outside lane could get formed up here. Guys could get clear and make a run. We're going to wait and see. Nobody as of yet. There's the 1 machine now. Jason Bob got right behind the 8. Almost some contact, actually. He's going to jump up to the top side. Fortunately, doesn't really have enough help as the 413 ditched him. And he's going to back up to the 710 Integer here to try to get that run up on the top side. Now they're going to start getting a little bit formed up. The 8 looking at, he's going to jump to the top side as well. Pulls in front of the 1 machine and around the 38. The 1 now going to push the 8 of Cruising and Machiner off turn number 2. Oh, got some contact. 710 gets a little bit squirrely. He's going to save it. The 8 now going to get pushed to the race lead. He's probably going to jump down in front of the 38 machine. I don't know. Actually, he's going to stay up on the top side, trying to hold that outside lane. We saw him do this at Daytona last week. And while I didn't really exactly help him with the wing, since it was all whoever made it through the wreck there at the end, but he certainly won the race last week, so he definitely knows what he's doing. Well, many of the races before that as well, so trying to get another one here tonight. He's going to come across the finish line and try to lead this lap as well, and I believe he did it. It was definitely very close. Indeed he did, so Cruising and Machiner, another lap led for the driver of the 8 machine. And no lead change to add on as well. As this time by, we're 40 laps to go, 25 circuits around Talladega completed. Let's go down by a straightaway here. 8 is once again clear. Let's drop down in front of the 38. No, again, he's trying to hold the outside lane in front of Jason Pop. It's pretty interesting he's doing that because the outside lane is not really formed up enough, in my opinion, to do something like that. But he's trying to make it work, and I guess he believes in that outside lane, so he's going to try to... He's doing this at 38, tries to come up the block, but he's not clear. Then he's going to jump to the low side immediately and hold that position on the bottom. He ran the 8 up the racetrack, but I'll give him that lap led, but... Very risky move to be making here, only lap 25. Trying to block, especially when you're not clear. So, good call though to drop back down low and block the inside lane and not get yourself turned. Good job with the 8 to have the reflex to go up the racetrack. As now the 8 gonna get pushed up ahead, but this time he actually will not get clear. So now doesn't have the opportunity to drop down low at all. As the 38 is on his inside now. Then the 8 actually going to lose a bit of ground here on the outside, so that should give the 413 an opportunity to go up top. As he will. He's going to jump up right in front of the 8 machine in the middle of the travel. Not at the prime position to do so, but it works nevertheless. It's down to 8. Going to try to push him to the race lead here. Park does not lead all race. He wants to get the lead here. Not Jegs Toyota. One of the only, if not the only Toyota in the field here. Oh, we got that 710 machine. My apologies. Oh, contact from behind. The 6 gets turned by the 4, and he saves it. What is up with the 4 machine tonight, though? Cody Trudeau Coat. Not sure what is honestly going on with him. And he almost turns the 6 machine right here. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, he just, I don't know. The 6 kind of came up a little bit. The 4 came down a lot. And great save by the 6 right there. Wheeling that thing. Russ Nash, glad I went back there in the back of the field to look for a Toyota because I found a Toyota completely sideways. Yeah, again, not exactly quite sure what is up with the 4. It's just having a lot of issues here. And some of these guys have made amazing saves, such as, oh, the 38 going to blink out, unfortunately. That's going to cost the race leaders, and the 43 going to jump up to the top side, tries to stay position away. Yeah, so that is definitely not something you want to see being in the pack here, is that the leader of the pack blink out, but looks like he's going to be good to go and back connected solid, so hopefully it's going to continue here as we go through turns number 3 and 4 and off turn number 4 through the short chute and into the travel. Some scrolliness up the top side of the 43 of Greg Watson. Looks like he's going to try to get to the lead now. Or excuse me, Gene Watson. My apologies, there's the 43 leading his first lap of the night. Looks like he's going to fall back a little bit. The 14 going to get cleared as he go up to the top side. That is Jeffrey Price. First career start here in the iRacing East Series, to the best of my knowledge. I do not believe he made any starts in any other series. He's running many leagues, many races broadcast by LCTV, but not in the iRacing East Series. He's making his first start here tonight. In the number 14 Mobile One / Bass Pro Shop Chevrolet Camaro is out of 38. Again, trying to block, being very aggressive here pretty early on. It's going to cost the outside lane a check up. He's going to be able to hold the ground by doing so. But all it does is kind of make everybody mad, and it really puts yourself in a good position to get turned, and that's definitely not something you want to have happen. So, not a dirty move necessarily, but it's not a very, it's a very aggressive move, I should say. Definitely not dirty, but very aggressive. He's in the 14, going to try to go to the top side of the 43, and he's probably getting sick and tired of getting his nose cut off. As he moves the 413 apart Gargsta through the middle. Going to try to get a run. The 14 might drop down in front of him, ditch to 43. Oh, contact, Doran. Oh, got more contact behind. Oh, they saved it. Wow. Take a look now back at that. That was nuts. The 62 had a heck of a run through the middle and got into the Southern 10 machine, actually went down the apron, and Southern 10 comes up the racetrack, and it's a good thing the 44 is not quite there. The 44 did get in the back of him. So we just, 2 for 2 for saves tonight for the 62 of Ryan Otto. Great driving, and as these guys, again, not causing an accident. As Jeff Price, though, he finds himself in the race lead ahead of the 38 machine, Chris Etchepair. As they have a pretty big gap back to this second group here. Mind you, we got the first caution at lap 6, so go back green on lap 11, I think was the first lap we went back green. So we've got over 20 laps of green flag here at Talladega. That's pretty remarkable, and definitely a huge accomplishment. As now the oh boy, spotted Shinks right there. Is a lot of shuffling around the 1, the 8, the 4, 13, the 38, all trying to jump to the outside all at the same time. The 38 gonna get the lead here and get the pushed by the 8 of Cruz Andeshino. The 8 gonna try to jump down in front of the 14, ditches the 38, and now goes to the low side of battle for the lead. Is the 1 of Jason Pop. Gonna try to give him a push as Cruz Andeshino gonna get a push here by Jeffrey Price in the Bass Pro Shop Chevrolet. As these guys are all battling on, and remind you, approaching halfway here very shortly. Take a look now at the race summary so far here tonight from Talladega. Race 655 laps, current leader Chris Etchepair, but might be changed here. 31 laps completed, 34 laps remaining, and 18 lead changes so far. Pretty remarkable for Talladega. 18 lead changes already. It's definitely very wild in this front and relief front. Only 1 caution flag for 2 laps apparently. That's not accurate, but we'll go with it. As I'm going to come through the travel here once again. Chris Etchepair going to lead that time by at the stripe. And 1 doing a heck of a job pushing the driver of the 38 machine. He's going to jump down in front of the 8 of Cruz Andeshino. Oh, the big contacts. 8 pushed him a little bit. Very close getting bumper hooked, but luckily that was not the case. Now the 8 might jump at the top side here in front of the 1. It might just see him do that. Or maybe the 14 will. Jeffrey Price, he's now clear of the outside lane of Nathan Hall and Jason Pop. So will we see where we see the move happen, and will we see the move as the 62? Ryan Otto, actually, he just pitted. Got his damage fixed and whatnot after getting involved in 2 incidents that didn't cause a caution at all. 2 great saves. Down to the 14 machine. Like I said, he's going to jump on the top side. So the 14, when he jumped up there, the 42 went to the very top side around the 1 machine, but he doesn't have any help, so it's going to check up the whole outside lane and get him disorganized, unfortunately. As going to come to complete lap 33 here and officially get to the halfway point. 44, Jeffrey Price trying to fight on this outside. That's what these guys all want to see is the 8 going to go to the top side as well. In front of the 14. Oh, almost a bumper hook by the 1. 8 going to throw the block. Oh, man. Aggressive racing, but it's working so far. He's on the 8 of cruising issue. Going to find himself back in the race leader, trying to lead another lap. But this is what we love to see at play tracks. You know, of course, the iRacing Series provides the best play racing I've seen in a long time, honestly. Is the 8 going to get clear? Drops down in front of the 38 machine. We see these guys week in and week out go on these long green flag runs and play leapfrog on each other. They go 2-3 wide, make a little contact, and turn each other sideways, but they never usually wreck. You know, it's that one accident, lap 6, and that classic bumper hook, just a mistake, and ever since then, we see green. So, you know, and have 18, 19 lead changes, something like that. Pretty crazy. I see the 14 and get pushed by the 1 machine once again. The outside is a 38, gets in the right rear corner pin of the 8, almost a bumper hook right there, but you see that 33 tier Kong gonna go a lap down here in the Wrangler Chevrolet. He's had a pretty rough lane after getting involved in that first incident after being towards the front. 38, and he's gonna get clear. He's gonna probably jump up in front of the 14 machine. I almost guarantee there he is. Gonna jump up in front of the 14. The 14 on his outside. He's not clear, so now the 14 gonna get forced to the top side. Is the 1 gonna ditch him? The 1 Jason Pop gonna push the 38 Chris Edgepair. Will lead that circuit around Talladega with just 30 laps to go. As then the 38 gonna jump down to the low side, still 3 wide now for second. Now make that for 4th. So the 14 picks up the 42 with them, but again, that's not what we wanted to have happen. He was trying to just, oh no, that's not gonna happen. No, the 4 and a 13. Oh man. 413 at Park Gargstad tries to go up in front of the 14 machine. He's not clear. I was going to say the 14 got a great job to go up the racetrack and not get turned, or turn the 38 across his nose, but 413 did that as I was saying that. So I bring out only the second caution flag of the night and ends that long green flag run that we had of, I believe, 26 laps. We went green flag here at Talladega. Pretty good long-sized run for sure here, as we're already over past halfway, but that will bring out the second caution flag of the night. We're going to look exactly what happened here in the LCTV replay. Down the back straightaway, they were going 3 wide and handsome, but it was not very handsome for very long as the 413 in the middle tries to come up onto the 14 who's on his outside, and he's just not clear, and makes contact, actually, it looks like maybe a bit of net code. I don't think he really got touched as the 413 hiding on the outside wall. Goes on 2 wheels, the 14 slides on the racetrack. Great job with the 33 Taylor Khan to miss that accident and to get through that wreck right there. As it was definitely very close. We take a look now on board with the driver of the 14 machine, Jeffrey Price. And we're going to have to take a look here and see if there was contact or not. Looks like actually, I can't tell if he just got in the corner panel, if it was just netcode or air loose, I don't know what I'll call it exactly. It's a hard hit for 413, and 413 goes down the racetrack, amazing. It's only a 2-car incident here at Talladega. You don't see that very often down the back straightaway. And those kind of incidences, but we are going to take a look now to see if that was indeed netcode or not. That is the main question here. That is the question of choice, is it looks like, I don't think they made contact until, you know, he spun up into him. We're going to have to look and see exactly. Trying to get a good angle of it. We're going to try to go on board from a driver maybe behind. Yeah, we got the Ethan Hall in the 42 machine. So they're going to come off the corner here, and it looks like, no, there's no contact. It was purely netcode, unfortunately, that turns around the 413 of Park Gargstad. It was definitely very close, but they did not make contact, and unfortunately, it's going to be enough to bring around to the 413 machine. Great job with Derek Conner to take right on board with him very quickly here. As that was a heck of a job to miss that accident by the 33 machine right there. He doesn't even lift until right then. He almost hits him. So his life flashed before his eyes. That is for sure. As he's going to stay out and get a wave around, but now I got everybody headed down pit road. And it looks like they've all completed their stops. Uh-oh. The 413. I think. Never mind. I guess I already pitted. Looks like we have some guys staying out. Russ Nash is actually going to stay out here in the number 6 Toyota Camry. Ratchet's 10 laps down. He actually lost connection, so he's going to get one of his laps back here and go at 8 laps down. or he hit a leave or something like that. Chris Edgeberry, the first car who pitted to the 15 laps here so far. Got Cruz and Jr. He's led 6. Jason Pops led 4. Jeffrey Price has led 1. Ethan Hall currently in 6th place. He's led 0 laps. Gene Watson has led 1. He's currently in 7th. Jeff Spooner 8th. Eric Reinhardt 9th. Greg McConey in 10th. Paul Garkstad in 11th. Got involved in that accident. Data Crossett in 12th. Then you have Jay Spears 13th. Jesse Fox 14th. Brandon Wilson in 15th at the start of the pole. Got dumped by the 4 machine and then got put in the wall by the guy right there behind him, actually. He's led the first 4 laps of the race. When you have Diego Vasquez currently in 16th, Cody Trudeau 17th, Bobby Hash 18th, Ryan Otto in 19th, and that's out for the lead lap cars. The 33 going to get on lead lap here. He'll be in 20th. Russ Nash staying out here in the strategy call. Will we pit here, actually? Yeah, okay, he's actually going to pit. So never mind. Russ Nash will let him pit early. I guess he wanted to stay out to lead a lap. So he's going to head in for service of the number 6 machine. We're taking another second commercial break of the night. Give my voice a rest here, that is for sure. But racing so far here from Talladega. You don't want to miss the last half of it here. The final 25 laps from Talladega. We'll be right back after these messages. Welcome live here to the iRacing East Series. Brought to you by Express Auto Salon along with DCH Crane with the fish partners of the iRacing East Series. Race area here for Talladega back underway on the restart. Chris Edgebert leads the field to the green flag. Cruz Jr. on his outside. 25 laps to go from Talladega. Up in the third gear, great restart by the 38 machine F. Chris Edgebert is going to get pushed here by Jason Pop. The 14 though, Jeffrey Frey is going to will a push to the 80 Cruz Jr. on the outside. Best restart by the outside lane so far here. So actually, he's going to get the lead here off of turn number 2. Does he get clear? Looks like he might just do so. This is very close. The call was against the 8 of Cruz Jr. Will get clear. He's going to drop down in front of the 38 machine. And the 43 up there, Gene, 43 machine of Gene Watson. As in the 38 going to try to make a run to the top side in front of the 14. Goes a block. The 14 goes up the track. 38 very aggressive when he gets clear and when he's not. 14 trying to go around. Looks at the 43. He's with him, but he's not 100% sure it's positive. He's going to fall back in line behind the 38 machine, Chris Edgebert, but definitely probably going to annoy with the 14. Or the 14 definitely probably going to annoy with the 38, cutting him off like that. He's going to try to push me. The 38 going to go down the track, side draft a little bit. Going to get a good side draft off of the 1 machine of Jason Pop. Drag race in back straight away between him and the 8 machine, Cruz Jr. As currently now. Currently now you see the guys back here, 3 wide, the 4 of Cody Trudeau and the 33 of Taylor Khan, and 3 wide on the outside, Jeffrey Price and Chris Edgebert for 4th position now. 27 of Dino Cross to try to go to the follow. The 43 will go up there and follow them. This outside lane is a huge run. They're going to get up to 2nd now as Cody Trudeau going to get pushed to the lead by Taylor Khan. The 4 is clear of the middle lane, but the 33 is not. 33 tries to come down. He's not clear. The 38 going to try to stay in the middle there. 3 wide now for the lead. It's a 4 going to get clear. He drops down in front of the 38 machine. Chris Edgebert ditches the 33 of Taylor Khan. But 33 now has help from the 43 and the 27, so it looks like he's not going to be out of it. As now, actually, it looks like the 27 going to get ditched. Or 27 going to ditch the 43. Unfortunately, and that will cost him some time. But now this is Cruz Jr. on the inside, getting pushed by Jason Pop still. As we're going to come to the trial over here once again. Cruz Jr. trying to hold off Cody Trudeau, who's a huge run on the outside. He'll lead that time by at the stripe, but Cody Trudeau fighting back still on the outside, trying to get the run. He pushed there by Chris Edgebert. Guys, leading the most amount of laps here so far in this one. Drag race standing back straight away between the 8 and the 4 machine. 44 Jeff Spooner also up here in the mixed 1. He's going to push the 8 there. 33 looks to the high side, but has no help. 27 go with him if he tries to make that move. That is the question here. To go into the travel here once again. The 33, the 38 actually going to go to the top side with the 33. 3 wide once again for the race lead through the trial of one of the hardest spots on the track. As it looks like the 8 will lead that top by the strip as well. With the 38, it has a huge run. Getting pushed by the 33 machine, who pushed that forward. Is currently stuck in the middle in the sucker hole. Oh man! Almost got overhooked right there. The 38, Chris Edgebert, but he's going to drop down in front of the 4. And again, the 33, unfortunately, going to get used like a used coffee cup. It's basically ditched. Pushes 2 guys to lead, but gets nothing out of it. Is now he's going to get stuck in 3 wide here, actually way up top, and not really have any advantage at all from that. As now the 38 actually going to push back a little bit now. As the 27 going to go up there with the 33 as well. Again, the 33 going to try to push them into the front. 27 trying to block the 43 of Gene Watson. Is now the 4 looking to the outside, but he has no help from behind. Is now the 30 actually going to inch ahead of the 8. Great side draft jobbing. Great side drafting job by the 38 machine. Chris Edgebert to actually get himself that lap. Oh, the 4 bumper hooks it. No! Oh, no, that's the big one. And the 4 again causes a wreck, and that is the big one. 27 up in the air, doing an endo. The entire field is involved. The 6, the 80 going to get involved in it late. They're still wrecking. 30 Bobby Hash, completely destroyed. 38 of Chris Etcheper in the front all race long. His engine is blown. 1 minute through, amazingly. 62 all tore up. Ryan Otto. The 14 of Jeffrey Price. The 3 is some damage. 27 did across it, blown up. The 43 of Gene Watson, a lot of damage. The 88 Roy Hutchinson got damage. 415 Park Arcs, the 80 all tore up. The 4 of Cody Trudeau on engine blown right there. The 69 has damage. The 33 has damage. The entire field. The 42 at a tow. Nathan Hall. Oh, the Cruz Andes Jr. also at a tow out of the race lead. So he got right hooked in that incident. The entire field very much involved here, and the big one on lap 46. And unfortunately, again, it was caused by the 4 machine of Cody Trudeau. He caused the first caution, got into the 5 machine, put on the wall, got into the 62 machine, almost turned the 6 machine, and now just bumper hooked the 38 machine while battling for the lead. And yeah, I'm not sure what is wrong with the driver of the 4 machine here tonight, unfortunately, but definitely not with it right here, unfortunately, tonight. And unfortunately, it's at the expense of the entire field after that one. Take a look now at what exactly happened. Just pushing hard. The 4 just, again, just like we saw on lap 6, gets left for corner pedal to 38 and just turns him around. And nothing that either one of these guys to do at this point in time. 38 gets turned down the track, turns to the right, out of reaction, but can't do anything about it. Gets into the 8 machine, cruising in a junior, who then goes up the racetrack head on. Oh man, that is a hard hit. Head on the outside wall, goes up in the air, it hits the 4 machine, gets launched in the air. All 4 wheels come off the ground, gets hit by the 27, goes up again into the air, goes up actually into the catch fence, bounces off the wall. There's somersaults on his lid, lands back on the ground before just apparently disappearing into thin air. Man, oh man, that is heartbreak for the driver of the 8 machine. Winning so many races in a row, now 5 laps down actually, as the 42 also is put up behind the wall. As he just last bumper hook. That's all it takes. And you're going to turn the 38 machine down the track, and that's the big one for sure. Actually, he climbs on top of the 38 machine a little bit right there. Going to get knocked by the 43 and the 12 piling in there. Oh, man, look at that 2 machine. Jay Spear is wheeling that. Great save. You know, you got a piece of it. So I'm going to take you for a wild ride here with Cruz Andes Jr. Look at this. Oh, man, just out of nowhere. I'm actually sick looking at it. Wild ride for the driver of the 8 machine, and unfortunately will probably sum up any chance he has to win this race. I mean, it's still possible to win it. You know, anything's possible, but he has to tow and go pile at least 1-2 laps, if not 3 laps down. So that's heartbreak after winning 4 straight races here. Gets right hook while leading. Goes up in the catch fence. You see the fielding tag getting piled, and the 2 just gets clipped in the right rear corner panel. The 62 hits him right there. You see the 80 do a great job. The miss at 30 piles in heavy. The 42 gets into the back of the 14, turns him into it. The 80 then gets into the 38 right there. The 3 gets into it, turns right hooks the 37, who gets launched up in the air, IndyCar style. The 6, the 30 goes around. Everybody just spinning around every which way direction. Then you see more guys getting wrecked after the fact. As the 69 gets to lose, gets in the 6 machine, turns him up into the 80, and they go for a wreck. Man, oh man. Now we're going to go on board with the driver of the 14 machine, Jeffrey Price. Looks like goes down in front of him. Gets up the gas, looks like he might have missed it. And he gets pushed from behind, and it's arc brakes pretty much. That's all happened right there. And unfortunately for him, that's going to give him severe damage on that 14 machine. But if these guys do have 2 fast bears, so they should be able to use at least one of them right there, for sure. I'm gonna go board now with the 6th machine of Russ Nash. He's the one who's way behind the 14. Oh man, he just goes flying in here. No brakes. Hits the 30. Then misses the rest of the rack before getting turned by the 80 or the 69. Goes up on the 80. Then hits the outside wall and goes for a spin. 33. Taylor Khan made it through the right there in that gap, but not the other gap, unfortunately. On board with the 69 machine, he actually missed a wreck, it looks like. And just got loose, got into the 6th machine a little bit, turns him into the 80, and that's going to cause him some damage. Take a look at this now through the blimp cam. Full speed. Man, that's Talladega. Wild things happen here for sure. So it puts us under only the 3rd caution flag of the night. So pretty good record so far, and it took us until now to finally get the big one. And it's going to happen here now. But the one machine gets a pop. Even though there has some front end damage, he holds on to the race lead here currently. Got pretty tore up Monster Energy Chevrolet coming out of the back end, the front end. But nothing too severe. That front end definitely hurt him quite a bit, but the back end shouldn't have bothered him. A lot of these guys now have some damage in the part of this field. We're going to see if we can find the 8 and the. There's the 8 machine. Chris Anderson Jr. Is he on the lap though? No, he's 2 laps down. So that's heartbreak for the 8 machine of Chris Anderson Jr. 2 laps down, and he didn't do a thing. Leading the race too. 11 laps, put himself in perfect position. 2 laps down, that's not recoverable here, unfortunately. It's just 20 laps to go. So. Looks like it won't be 5 straight unless a miracle happens, but definitely a good run. He's leading the race. He's going to put himself in position. Nothing that was, completely out of his control. And it's very unfortunate for sure. But now, faces we haven't seen up at the front for most of this race. The 501 machine of Brandon Wilson started the race on the pole with the first 4 to 5 laps. Got dumped basically out of the lead. Made his way back up to go through on the top side before getting run into the wall by the same guy. And then gets involved in another accident. Now finds himself up here in 3rd. So good position for him. And as long as he keeps that car together and doesn't get involved in an accident here, he should be good to go and look for a win here. As these guys over will be looking for the green flag here once again. What will be only the 3rd restart of the night. And J Spot leading the field with the green flag for the first time tonight. The iRacing.com official Ford Mustang pace car will head down onto the safety of the pit lane. Pit lane? Pit lane. I'm trying to say pit road and pit lane at the exact same time. It's not really working very well, but now pace car is in. Eric Reinhardt is pop on the front row leading the field to the green flag as they work their way slowly through the travel at 65 miles an hour pace car speed. They're going to get into the restart zone and take the green flag here. Green flag is flying. We're backing away here. 15 laps to go now from Talladega. So Eric Reinhardt timed that perfectly, actually. Has the advantage going to turn 1, but Jay Spears not quite close enough to make anything happen as of right now. Now here comes the 2 machine, though, with the 501 and Brandon Wilson, the 12 as well. All these guys in the inside lane linked up together, trying to give that inside lane the surge ahead, but the 1 has that damage on the nose. Jason Pop slowing down the inside lane, causing a huge checkup with that damage. But he can't back out. You know, less than 15 laps to go now. He has to try to hold on to that. So starting 10 and go down in front of him. That should help the one machine, as the aerodynamics won't affect him too much now, as he is in the draft right behind a car and not in clean air and hitting the wind. So we're going to wait and see if his damage continues to slow him down or not. Looks like so far so good, but I don't think he can really get into clean air very long without it hurting him. It's down to the two, though, of Jay Spirits on the outside. Going to get pushed by Jeff Spooner. A lot of these guys, a lot of new faces up in the front here. Not, you know, seeing these guys most of the time. Two will lead that 10 by. First lap led for him tonight. 44 is not led a lap either. Nor is Eric Reinhardt. So, getting a lot of new faces up the front now after that accident. One new, not new face, though, is that 38 machine, Chris Hutchinson. He's coming back to the front. He's hungry for this win. He has dominated this race for the most part, along with, you know, hand in hand with the 8 and the 1 and those other guys. The 44 and the 2 making some aggressive moves. Oh, no, we got another wreck. The 1 gets right hooked, and that's the second big one, and that is a huge wreck. The 1 and Jason Pop barrel rolling over the 6 in the 6 machine. What is happening? The 88 roll edges to the 43 to 69. Jason C. Fox, 27 Dado Cross. He's all tore up. Oh, man. What in the world happened? Let's take a look, see exactly what happened there. I just kind of went on. The 14 machine has put it behind the wall, so I guess he was also involved, unfortunately. Tough break for a lot of these guys. As the race started off really well, but the intensity picks up more and more and more, and that's all it takes. As, looks like here, contact between the 1 machine of Jason Pop and the 43 of Gene Watson. Looks like the 43 comes down the track, the 1 comes up just a little bit. The 1 was on the yellow line, comes up the track just a little bit. The 4-3 comes down quite a bit to try to get that side draft, maybe try to go through wide through the middle in the 12. They just come together and make contact just to race an incident. It's typical. One driver comes up, one driver comes down, and just get hooked together. And he gets turned up at the racetrack, head on the outside wall, but not before tagging the 12 machine, who's going to go for a spin here. The 1 gets launched up in the air, gets hit around, bounced around with the 88, the 6. We got launched, barrel rolls a couple times, and then falling on all fours in the grass. And immediately toes back to pit road. So, tough break as Jesse Fox. I'll do that back now, man. Greg McConey here just getting tagged to the left rear. Almost made it through the wreck, as it happened directly below him. But run plates, run time for him. Nothing he could do at all. I mean, he, you know, just gets hit in the left rear wheel. Gets turned around. Does not back the car into the wall. He actually hits the driver's side, kind of front end. But then, unfortunately, that 43 goes up and hits him. Before it comes down the track, it's hit, bounce around with the 88 and I believe the 413 machine, so that's going to leave quite a bit of damage. And then he, I think, no, actually, he kicked off the inside wall, but big one number 2. It took a long time to get that first one, but now we have 2 of them already. As I'm going to go on board now with the driver of the number 1 machine, Jason Pop. Gets hooked up the racetrack here. Oh, man. Oh, wow. What a wild ride. Got knocked around, flipped over. Flips, neck goes through the 6 machine, lands back on all fours in the grass. Wild wreck here at Talladega for sure. Maybe a bit of neck code too. I don't think that was fully just the wreck. As the 8 actually hits the 69 machine, he also goes upside down actually. Jesse Fox going upside down, rolling it. And it tags the 27 machine as well. So the 8 did get a piece of it, but I don't think it's going to be enough to really hurt him. However, he is still, yeah, he got a lot of damage out of it. However, he still is 2 laps down. I was like a short lap on with the, looks like the 2 machine must have gotten waved too many times, or had to let the pits go by for something. He stopped on the apron back there. Not quite sure exactly what's going on with that, but I'll take you under just the 3rd or 4th commercial break of the night. Don't go away. We're right back for the finish here from Talladega. as the two rejoins the field here in the race lead. But we'll be right back from Talladega.
I want to leap over buildings, want to fly over shores, faster than a lightning flash, rushing through the night air. So start and count to zero. I just wanna be a superhero.
Hey, what's up, guys? Scott Speed here at the iRacing headquarters. Exciting news about the upcoming Rallycross World Championship. They've got a wild card entry, and yours truly is going to get that spot. See you guys out on the track.
Look live here to Talladega Super Series, the green flag and a wave here with just 9 laps to go. It could be the last restart of the night. Green flag is out, and the 2J Spears lead the field to that. It's 44 though on the inside, as the 710 does not get going on the outside, I don't believe. And the 38 gonna fall in line now behind the 44. Jeff Spooner pushes him to the race leader for the first time tonight. And then the 44 to try to block. Oh, that's good and aggressive. What is going on? 38 tries to make a move. The 44 blocks a ton, and the 2 was up there the entire time, and somehow did not cause a wreck. And great job by those guys not to wreck. But 9 laps to go. It's go time. We're coming to 8 to go this time. Actually, Jeff Spooner knows that the position he's in. He wants his first career victory here in the iRacing series. He's got to block the 38 machine. The 38 is going to look low now, though. He made a mistake. He's going to give up the inside lane. That's going to cost him a bunch of positions. But, however, the outside lane now actually has to run a 38 will be the time by at the stripe. But the outside lane is a huge head of steam. This is the 62 Ryan Otto. Going to try to push the 44 machine and just Spooner back to the race lead. Meanwhile, we got Brandon Wilson back on the inside down here. Your Pulsator got involved in a couple of instances tonight, but now he's looking back for the race lead here. He's made a return back to the front, but he's got to get around the 38 machine who's been dominant. Oh no, he's going to get wrecked though. Oh no. Oh. Hard hit into the inside wall. No caution either. Oh, got another wreck. There it is. Oh, that's the field. That's dead. There it is. Oh no. And what went very well for the first half of the race is turned into a junkyard for the last half. Oh, that's not good. 2 separate wrecks happening at the exact same time. Brandon Wilson again tore up now. And I believe he might be done, actually, as Daniel Cross started behind the wall in the last incident. That is not good. We're going to have a couple lap shootout. Gonna get interesting for sure. First, let's take a look exactly what happened off of turn number 2 when these guys all came together and wrecked. So you see Jeff Spooner up on the outside lane. 62 tries going through the middle, and the 44 tries to cut him off. He's not clear, goes down. He actually did touch the right corner panel of Chris Etcheverry, but somehow did not cause him to wreck. However, the 501 machine right there, and what a hard hit into the inside wall for both those guys, but especially the 501 machine. As then it spins out the racetrack, and no caution count for that. However, then we had a separate wreck over here that brought out the yellow. As they all tried saving it from the wreck. I'm going to try to see, I think the 30 was the first car to Turner Bobby Hash. So they all saved it from that wreck. Then the 62 tries to make a move. They almost go 4 wide. And then, sure enough, the 2 machine, Jay Spears, gets blocked with the 62, tries to go down low. There's a car, however, on his inside lane. Probably just did not see him down there. And unfortunately, that's what causes the incident here. He's going to go down, right hooks the 30 machine of Bobby Hash. He gets turned up the racetrack, back with the 62 Ryan Otto, who then gets pushed into the 7-10 of Eric Reinhardt. Then the 2 goes down the track. The 1 gets right hooked into the 43 at the same time. 69 Jesse Fox. Powell's in the 8, manages to miss it, I believe. As you see the 80 locking it down up on the top side. Wow. Great job by the 80 machine of Diego Vasquez to lock it down and avoid getting involved from that right there. Because that was nuts. Oh boy, absolutely nuts. You see the wreck up ahead of him. He just locks it up. Goes off the gas, locks it up. You see everybody else piling in there. Just locks it up. He's sliding it. He's hoping the 62 doesn't hit him. He goes down, and the 62 look at disappears for him as he goes around all the drunk cars. Great job with the Diego Vasquez to miss that accident. As now I'm going to go on board with the driver of the 8 machine, Cruz Hernandez Jr. Again, he's 2 laps down, not in contention for his 5th straight win. But still like to miss some of these wrecks for sure. As you see right here, going through the middle. Doesn't lift that until right there. And he somehow makes it through the wreck. That's the most amazing part. You see that 2 tag to 6 Russ Nash. You managed to lock it down and save it, but wow, that was pretty nuts for sure. As you're going to see right here, however, it'll show instant 62 blocks the 2 goes down to the 30, tags them, and they all get wrecked, so then everybody else piles in. Nowhere for them to go. 33 Terracon, I believe, missed that again. Actually, he's had a couple of good misses tonight. I don't believe he was involved in it. He was definitely very close to getting involved in it, but I don't think he was. Let's look now on board. Good job of 33 machine Terracon now. Goes to the low side, a 2 right there. Oh, yeah, he guess got in the back of the 2 machine a little bit, but still a pretty good job at record points for sure here from Talladega. As the 38 machine, Chris Esterberg, though, out in front of the field. As you see, 69 Jesse Fox, and so I just head to pit road. Look at that guy in 2nd place here, the Captain America number 3 machine. Brad Mashborn. Somehow, has worked his way all the way up to 2nd place here. I'm just going to show you all these guys. So Eric Reinhardt is apparently in the race lead. But I think he's actually a lap ahead of the field. So something is not right here. I guess the race official's trying to figure it out. But so Eric Reinhardt is showing the race lead even though he's not the leader. I guess he got away with Ryan too many times. So now that puts Chris Esterberg in the race lead. Don't mind the assistance in 2nd. He's really in 1st. Then you have Brad Mashborn in 2nd. Greg McConey now in 3rd. Diego Vasquez in 4th. Cruz Hernandez Jr. cut off the road. He's 2 laps down, however. So then you have... Looks like here's Pop is in 5th, and I believe he does not have any fast spares left, so this could be it for him. I mean, he's going to shit or whatever. Jay Spears is in 6th. JC Fox is in 8th. We're going to have to wait and see who exactly Eric Reinhardt falls, but this is the current position of this. Then you have Nash in 9th, Terracon in 10th, but he's out a lot of damage. Actually, he's 2 laps down in 10th, so that's interesting. Brandon Wilson, unfortunately, yeah, he's done. Unfortunately ran out of fast spares, so except for Graham again, gonna cop in a bunch of accidents. Seems to happen a lot for him, unfortunately. Just bad luck here at the plate tracks. Qualifies well by himself, but does not have good luck when he's out in the track. But Laura Summer so far, 61 laps completed by 62 this time by. And I believe we'll get the one to go signal this time by. So I'll mark it a 2-lap shootout. Only 1 lap for the caution flag to come out if indeed it happens. We saw this last week at Daytona. We had a 2-lap shootout, and they all wrecked on the restart. So, however, then the week before that at Talladega, it was a 2-lap shootout, and they made it all the way until as they were crossing our finish line to wreck. So, who knows? It will either wreck in the restart or wreck after the race. It depends. So, this is now going to be the 3rd straight race, the 2-lap shootout. Just pretty incredible how that all just seems to work out. Across the finish line, I'll mark 3 laps to go now. The pace light should turn off on the iRacing.com official for Mustang pace car, and there you go. So yes, indeed, we will have another 2-lap shootout. Chris Esterberg will lead that field to that 2-lap shootout. It still says Eric Reinhardt is the race leader, but that's not possible. Eric Reinhardt, I'm guessing is... Hey, there he is. He stopped. Fortunately, though, he stopped in turn 4. So I think he will get the lead here, even though he shouldn't really be in the lead. So this is pretty confusing, as you can tell. But with wrecks like that going on, I'll be trying to get away runs and maybe people different laps. It's very complicated. So good job by race officials to call the 7 and 10 to park it there. However, I mean, I don't know where he's going to line up exactly. If he's going to line up in the lead, if he's going to line up behind the 38 machine. The 38 was definitely in the lead at the time of caution, so he should, definitely deserve to be in the lead. And when you have 2 laps to go, track position is absolutely crucial. So, as it looks like, though, the 7 and 10 machine pulled it off the track, actually. I guess Eric Reinhardt, no, he's actually still stopped down there. So, yeah, we're just going to have to wait and see what exactly goes on here because he's involved in the accident. So, I mean, you know, he shouldn't be.
Never mind not going.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, race officials throwing a good call to delay the yellow. But that will now cost us another lap of the green flag. So now we're going to have a 1-lap shootout. So that breaks up 3 races in a row of a 2-lap shootout. So unless they wreck immediately in the restart before they get to the start-finish line, it's going to go to the end green, whether they like it or not, because we don't have a caution in the last lap. So this is going to get pretty intense for sure. Is everybody going to try to duke it out here? As you see the starting 10 start rolling, he will not pick up the lead. He's going to pick up the tail end of the field, actually, it looks like. Potentially. He's next to the one machine and getting behind the one machine. This looks like he will indeed. The two going to try to get around him now, so I don't know. Definitely interesting, but either way, look at it. Great such a pair. Definitely has the pressure set on him here with this entire field of cars behind him. Again, none of these guys in the top 5, you know, the top 6 have really been attention all race long. You look at it, you know, you have Chris Hutchins in the lead. He pretty much led most of this race. You know, he's led 23 laps, so definitely a huge chunk of the race. Then Brian Mashburn, he's not led a single lap all race long. You have Greg McConey, also not led a single lap all race long. Deo Vasquez, Bobby Hash, Taylor Kahn. None of these guys have even led a single lap, and they make up most of your field. Actually, Taylor Kahn's 1 lap down. So, I don't know. This is very, very intriguing. But it's Talladega. 1-lap shootout. It's going to get wild for sure here. As we try to sort this all out. Let's try to talk like a British man. It's going to get extremely interesting as we continue on here. As we continue to get closer and closer to this finish. 1-lap shootout from Talladega is all we have got. It is going to turn crazy quick. As we get set now. For the finish here for Talladega, again, there will not be a caution on the last lap. So we're going green to the end. And whoever gets there for that finish line first, if they're on the lead lap at least, will get the victory. But might be survival of the fittest. It's going to be very intense. We've already seen now 2 big ones in the last couple of laps. We moved for the first 35 laps with only 1 caution. So, we're on lap 6. We had a 25-lap run earlier in the race. We've not gone more than 1, 2, 3 laps before having another big one. So, this could get intense. We might see a wreck in the restart. We might see a wreck coming to the finish. We never know where it's going to happen. It's Talladega. It's crazy. It's wild. We might see 4 wide to the finish. Hopefully, these guys keep it clean and green. We get a good racy and photo finish, potentially. It's exciting, but you never know. It's Talladega. Anything can happen. So the pace car leads this pack of hungry monsters to the green flag. Or, on a pit road, and I don't have to wait forever for the green flag. At least it feels like. As 38 F. Chris Hutchins led 23-24 laps. Mark it crosses our finish line. The 3 Brad Marshburn trying to spoil that. Green flag is out from Talladega for the finish here. And I take it back. Everything I said is actually a 2-lap shootout. I thought for sure it was going to be a 1-lap shootout, but I guess I miscalculated as it looks like it's going to be a 2-lap shootout after all. So another 2-lap shootout again. As now the 3 going to try to get pushed by the ADF Diego Vasquez. Will we see the caution on this last chance? This is the last lap. A caution potentially come out. Which will, of course, end the race. And freeze the field at the time of caution. Wait and see the 3. Brian Morris Mashburn going to get pushed out to the race lead. He has the advantage going into turn number 3. There's a little bit of contact from behind. The 8 and the 2, but nothing that causes a wreck as they come through turns number 3 and 4. They're come off turn 4 through the short chute. If you want to make a move, you have to make it now. As we're going to come through the driveway here, I'm going to see the white flag drag race across that finish line. The 3 Brian Mashburn leads the first lap of the night. 38 looking at his leads, it slips away. One more time right for Talladega. There's contact between the 2 and the 30. The 2 trying to go 3 wide through the middle. So they're side by side through turns number 1 and 2. To come off for the corner now, the 2 Jay Spears coming through the middle. That's going to hurt the outside lane now. Is the 12 of Greg McConey going to get cleared? Does he go up top? That's the 38 block. Is there going to be a wreck? What's going to happen here? The 12 is cleared. He's going to try to look to make a run on this race. The 3 going to pull in behind the 12 machine. Here's the 12. Going to try to go up the top. I think the 38 might have another 30. Going to try to block. 12 of Greg McConey along with the 3 of Brian Mashburn to the outside. Under contact. They're rubbing the 3 down low. Oh, there's contact. They're wrecking. And the 12 will come across. And 12 of Greg McConey will win here at Talladega. As they wreck across the line and through the tri-oval, and they actually kept it straight. Some of them guys did, the 3 didn't. What a finish here from Talladega, and I'm sure the 3 is probably fuming. But the 12 is enjoying it all the way. Greg McConey with the win here at Talladega. First career win for the driver of the number 12 Post-it /3M Ford Mustang. It all came down to that last lap move and the push by the 3 machine, and almost fell out of his hands there when the Jimmy Johnson style move down to the bottom by the 3 machine. It looked like it was going to improve the way for him, but contact between him and the 38 disallowed that, as the 12 is going to burn it down here in celebratory fashion on the front stretch here at Talladega. Greg McConey, your race winner here tonight from Talladega Super Speedway. Only led 1 lap, and that was the final one. He's going to put it on the wall and let it rip here. He's going to do a Polish victory lap here around. Maybe try to do some more donuts. There he is. Going to go for a spin in the pit road there. But as he continues to celebrate here, he's going to do a Kurt Busch style victory lap now around the track backwards in the reverse. We're taking a look now at that finish and what gave the win to the 12 machine with that move here. Go all the way back now, coming off of turn number 4. As he made that move, actually, you see right here, he's down low on the 38 machine. So he's trying to go down low. And so the 38 blocks him down low. He then responds with a move up to the top side, up in front of the 3 of Brian Mashburn. Gets a good run of 38. It looks like at this point in time he has it made. Then all of a sudden the 3, Brian Mashburn, is just barely clear of the 2, Jay Spears. Makes an incredible move with the 38 trying to push the 12 machine up the racetrack. The 3 drops down low right up against the yellow line. Has the room down low, but the 38 tries to come down to the block. It's too late. Makes contact and gets in turns himself sideways, and they all make contact across the line, and that will give the win to the 12 machine. Just unfortunate by the 3 machine of Brian Mashburn. I'm sure he's not very happy with that, of course. Made an incredible move again to the inside, and he had the room, he had the run, he had everything working in his advantage. Just a great move. The 12 and you see the 12 and 38 jumps out on the low side, an amazing move. As it's clear, looks like he has it made, and the 38 just comes down, tries to block, but it's already way too late. And just a mistake that costs the 3 machine the victory, unfortunately. But the 38, trying to defend everything they can, and, everything happens so quickly at Daytona, Talladega, and Daytona, of course. You see, what a move by the 3 machine, though, is he jumps down in front of the 2 machine, the 2 pushes him, he has the run, he literally has it made into the 38, unfortunately comes down into him across his nose, trying to block and defend that position. He's still worried about the 12 machine, doesn't see the 3 machine down there, then turns himself sideways, gets into the 3 machine, gets in that 2 machine, they go for a big slide, and they come across the line. Jay Spears finishes second, but Bobby Hasker is still third. They got all these guys stealing positions from the 3 machine. Just what an incredible finish here from Talladega. But now, I'm going to award with your top few finishes here in just a moment. First up, the driver of the number 30 machine, Bobby Hash. See if we can't get a word in with him. Looking, unfortunately, it does not look like we have the driver of the number 30 machine, Bobby Hash, not in the team speak. And of course, the session has to end on me. That makes it more helpful. Do however have the driver of the number 2 machine, Jay Spears. So we're going to get a word in with him here. We're going to interview another driver of the number 2 machine. Jay Spears got a copy.
I got you.
So Jay, running off in a run-up position here, leading 6 laps en route here at Talladega. After 65 laps are all said and done, and the craziness, of course, of a 2-lap shootout to decide the winner. The push there to the 3 machine that looked like it was going to be the winning move, and then the contact. You managed to, even after getting the contact, managed to keep the car straight, running off in second. Pretty close to victory, and obviously had a great shot there. Things did not work your way, but still a good, solid second-place finish for you. Just look at the race to hold the long 25-lap green flag run there, and then the chaos up to the last 20 or so laps.
I started off good. My plan was to hang in the back because I knew there were going to be big wrecks from people being impatient. So I got through a couple big wrecks. I was involved in one, but I used a fast repair and got back up to the front. Those last 2 laps, no one knew what was going on. iRacing messed up, and somehow they didn't give the lap cars a EOL that were in the middle of the field, so we had lap cars scattered through the top 10, racing for nothing. So I wasn't gonna let a lap car, stop me from winning. So I just made a push through the middle, went down to the bottom in the tri-oval, and the 3 and the 38 got contact, came down into me, but I got through it. And the 12 won, so like 4th week in a row, 2nd place finish. So
certainly nothing too bad comparing, but obviously you want to go to victory lane here. But solid consistency for sure. 2nd place finish, second best till victory. So doing that 4 weeks in a row, definitely a huge accomplishment for you. And the 3-wide moves there were really exciting to watch you, and it was very interesting to see if you were going to get the victory, because I think that would definitely the move of the race there. I think coming down the back straightaway there in the last lap, or even coming to 2 to go, whatever it was, made a couple, you shot through the gap in the middle, you took advantage of the space left open to you. Just talk about the aggressiveness there, and the risk of making those moves is, guys try to block when they're not clear and make contact, and that can very well lead to a wreck. Just talk about the risk that you made there, and what was going through your mind there when you were trying to search for the victory.
yeah, I mean, anytime you make a move here at Talladega or Daytona, there's always risk involved with people not knowing that they're not clear and coming down and chopping you and stuff. So those last couple of laps, I mean, I was mad because I don't know how lap cars were mixed up in the top 10, and I wasn't going to let that stop me from trying to make my way to the front and win a race. I mean, if the lap cars hadn't been there, I probably would have won the race, but it's whatever.
Yeah, again, so nothing too bad to complain about. Solid 2nd place finish, 6 laps led here tonight, and I started all back at 15, so definitely a good net gain there for you. But any special shout-outs, sponsors, and thank yous you want to give here that bring home to a run-up finish?
Thank you to Jason for hosting the league, and hopefully I can get a win soon. Hopefully run for the championship.
Certainly, and again, congratulations on 2nd, Jay.
Thank you. Have a good night.
So that was the driver of the number 2 machine, Jay Spears. Obviously a little bit disappointed, but good sport for sure. Finishing off in 2nd place, leading 6 laps. Consistency is key winning championships, as you heard him mention there once again. But no driver of the number 12 machine, the guy who made it happen when it was all said and done, only led one lap here tonight. Greg McConey, the driver of the number 12 machine. Got a copy there, Greg?
Yeah, I got you loud and clear.
So, Greg, you're running off here in victory lane after leading one and only one, which was the final lap here at Talladega. Definitely an underdog for the first 3 quarters of the race there, and then find yourself missing the wrecks, fighting adversity, and coming to the front and putting yourself in the perfect position when it counted. We saw that move there, of course, off turn 4 and the contact with the guys below you, and you were just able to hold on to it and make the moves at the right time and find yourself one up victory lane here. First career victory for you, and it was definitely a hard-fought one and an exciting one for sure to watch up here in the booth. Stuck with that race there and how you were able to pull it off, and the move there at the end coming off turn 4.
Yeah, I mean, I got to thank the crew on this one. We had some damage. We got into a wreck, got everything back. Plan all along was to kind of run it back, avoid as many of the wrecks as I could. Help I could get to move back up front. About halfway through, we got lucky with a caution. The end there was, man, that was the best racing I've seen. 38-3 happened, but that was fantastic.
Yeah, certainly the move there off of turn 4 with, the 38 left a little bit of a gap on the bottom. You wanted to go take it. He blocked. You responded to the move at the outside. Got the help there and the push you needed from Brad and the 3 machine. And then, the 3 made the move to the bottom. It looked like he had the run and had the momentum to take it. Then the 38 tried blocking it. It was too late. They made contact, and you just found yourself in the perfect position at the right time there in the outside lane. But definitely a good move off turn 4 to get in that position in the first place. And just it all worked out in your favor when it was all said and done. But, we heard you say that, you stayed in the back much of the race to avoid the accidents. But what exactly happened there in the last 20 laps is we saw that in a 25-lap green flag run. I know sometimes from personal experience of staying in the back and long green flag run, you kind of think in your mind, oh, well, I got to be in the front and get into this thing in case it goes green again. I think we just saw wreck after wreck after wreck there for a solid 25 laps to finish it off. So did you find yourself up in the front and trying to fight for it, knew you had to get to the front, or are you still trying to hang back a little bit and knowing that the intensity was going to pick up as the race picked up?
Yeah, I mean, we started out in 4th, so we were up there, but kind of once we got going about 4 or 5 laps in, man, wasn't feeling right. Decided to back out of there. It's a long race. There's plenty of time. Intensity up the longer it actually fell back a little farther than I wanted to. I wanted to be able to at least see the back, but we had a good group of guys running back there, and
yeah, of course, you mentioned the crew there as a little shout out there that brought you back to the front, but any other special shout outs and thank yous went on that brought you home and put the car in victory lane here tonight?
I got to thank DCH Crane, Express Auto Salon, Jason, LCTV, all the guys that put this league together. Without you, man, I wouldn't be down here in victory lane talking with all y'all. And got to thank the crew, got to thank the great job all around by everybody.
Certainly, and again, congratulations on your first win here tonight, Greg, and as always, have a good night.
Thanks, and here's to many more.
That was the driver of the number 12 machine, Greg McConey. Again, only led 1 lap, and that was the final one. That's all it takes to win here at Talladega is the craziness that'll happen. You can lead the entire first 64 or 65 laps and not land a victory lane, and certainly heartbreak for the guys there, the 3 machine, the 38, who found themselves in the right position at the same time. But the 12 machine made the move off turn 4, helped from the 3 machine, and pulled it off here from Talladega. Again, first career victory for him, so definitely was definitely seeking that for quite some time now. As now we're over to take a look at the race results, top to bottom here from Talladega. McConey pulls it off here with the win. Second place, Chase Spears right on behind him, probably behind Chase Pop. With a great rebound there. It's getting involved in a couple of big ones there at the end. Diego Vasquez rounds out your top 5. Chris Echeverria led most of the race, leading to go into the trial pole, but tried blocking a move that was not blockable pretty much by the 3 machine, and turns himself sideways, and he's going to finish it off in 6th. Eric Reinhardt in 7th. Ryder Mashburn, unfortunately, spun down through pit lane there, and that cost him a couple positions he actually had. So he's going to finish it off 8th. Last car on the lead lap. Taylor Khan, first car, 1 lap down. And 9th, Jesse Fox runs your top 10. Finished 11th here tonight. Russ Nash in the number 6 machine. Power Garksta in the 4 and 13, also 1 lap down. Cruz Jr. Record is broken of 4 straight wins. Unfortunately, his streak is broken, I should say, as he rounds it off 13th, 2 laps down, for getting right hooked while leading, getting involved in one of those big ones there that kind of start the chain reaction to big ones. Roy Atchison had a lot of troubles all night long to start up in the front, get involved in a couple accidents, and he had some issues, so he had to finish it off. Solid 14th place with the the adversity he had to battle back from. Jeff Spooner found himself there for much of the race there at the end, but unfortunately got caught up on one of those big ones. He's going to finish it off in 5th. Brandon Wilson stood the race on pole, got caught up in a lot of wrecks that weren't his fault, unfortunately. He's going to finish it off in 6th. Ryan Otto in 16th. Ryan Otto in 17th. Gene Watson 18th. Dino Crossett 19th. Jeffrey Price finishes it off in 20th. And the number 14 machine at 14 laps down. 21st, Cody Trudeau for some reason had a lot of issues tonight and trying to avoid other guys, but he either way finishes off in 21st. Nathan Hall in 22nd, and Nathan Stewart rounds out your field after not taking the start here, unfortunately. He's going to finish it off in 23rd. Nevertheless, we appreciate watching here tonight for a lovely Friday night. I know there's a truck championship going on in real life, so for you guys watching live, appreciate y'all very much for missing that, watching this here tonight, and anybody watching after the fact, either way. Thank you guys for watching the iRacing series. Once again, I am out of breath for sure. Talladega definitely does it to you a lot. As iRacing series brought to you by Express Auto Salon, along with DCH Crane, with official partners of the iRacing series. Congratulations to Greg McConey once again. As I do it for us here tonight on LCTV. Have a good night.